television programme. Now, I've got a confession. I love Gokwan. I love what he's done for women. How early in life did he develop the instinct he has with us, though? Did he turn around to the nurse in the delivery room and say, honey, it should be me slapping your ass for hiding away those curves? A lot of what he does revolves around encouraging women to get their tits out. There's a fine line between fashion advice and a football chant. I love watching The Apprentice, and I especially like the episode where he gives them a list of things to procure. It's like a treasure hunt, isn't it? I often wonder if that's just Lord Sugar's shopping list. You need to get a mauve pashmina, some perfume, and a nightie for a woman who's about this big. I spotted a show in the paper called Virgin Diaries. What's that like? No entries this month. I've noticed, and I can say this on the BBC, we don't really watch adverts anymore, do we? The last advert I watched was for my Sky Plus box, and that one worked. Do you do what I do and pause a programme at the beginning while you have a wee and get the quality straight out? And then when they say, we'll be back after the break, you can go, no, you bloody won't. Adverts always have a group of 4, one of whom is laughing so hard she might piss out a kidney. They're trying to make it like Sex in the City, apart from the fact that they're talking about laxatives and feminine hygiene. When I'm with my friends, I don't think I've ever said, oh, I feel a bit bloated. But I have said, sorry, I've just done a bloody big fart. Advert jingles take up space in your head that could be used for more important stuff. You still can't remember your nan's birthday, but for 30 years you've kept ho, 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 Green Giant in there. Is that all that'll be left at the end? What's your name? Maybe it's Maybelline? The only place you see advertising on the BBC is on Formula 1. It's always big brands on the cars, isn't it? You never see offers for 2 for 1 on pork steaks. Or ladies free before 11 o'clock. The cars are incredible, though. Some of them can reach over 100 miles an hour before I've even got to the remote. It's very loud as well, isn't it? Must be really hard to hear the sat-nav. Round again. Round again. Last one. It must be difficult driving around the Monaco street circuit. I just get distracted. Oh, Bon Marché, I've got a sale on. They drive at around 200 miles an hour. Try steering at that speed with your legs while opening a sandwich and balancing your Monster Munch in between your knees. If that was Formula 1, I'd be Sebastian Vettel. It is a male-dominated sport, but one woman who has managed to get herself involved is the presenter of Formula 1 on the BBC. Please welcome Suzi Perry. Welcome to the show. Thanks ever so much for coming on.
It's nice to be here.
Now, given the many regulations, weight changes and enhancement of the McLaren power package, why does Jenson Button look like such a knob on the Santander's adverts?
He's very handsome. It's hard to make him look like a knob. They've done a good job, haven't they?
They have managed, though, haven't they? Bless them for trying. If Max Mosley invited you to a party, what would you go as?
I'm actually thinking of that.
What would you go as?
Cat's ears, PVC, a lead, leash.
So just like normal Tuesday outfit. Understood. Do you get to drive the Formula One when they have stopped? Do you get to have a little go?
No, sadly not.
Would you like to?
I'd love to. Would
you
you like
go?
to?
How fast can I go up to because sometimes I do 72.
Yeah. They don't have a middle lane on a track.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, where am I supposed to go? It's all very well doing what they do in a flashy car, but could they do that in, a Nissan Micra, do you think? With the family in the back seat.
Well, they can drive anything.
Like a bus.
Now, that's a really good idea. Let's have a bus driving championship.
That would be amazing.
You'd be more into that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yeah.
Can I sit above the driver? Because that's the best seat, because you can pretend you're driving.
When you say above the driver...
Not like...
So he can see at least while he's driving, not...
No. I don't mean you sit on the driver's face.
Doing that erratic thing that men do when they get excited when they're driving. They keep braking.
That's never happened to me. Has that happened to you? You've seen that, have you?
I've heard about that, yeah.
You dirty bitch. You always hear the conversations between the pit and the drivers, don't they? Are they allowed personal calls as well? Oh, no, love, sorry, I can't pop down, I'm busy.
I think they would like it if you called in.
Oh, really, do you think?
About lap 35, maybe text a picture of yourself.
I have usually got a few of those just in me roll of photos. Spare ones, I've always got a couple of spare. Because the thing is, if you've already taken photos in advance, it can have been when it was tidy, Because if somebody says, send us a picture of you, and...
What, of you downstairs?
Yeah, and then... Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
It's
just a tip.
Phone?
What if you lose your phone? They're not going to recognise us off that. I hope not. You've been such an amazing guest. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Suzi Perry. Another one of my favourite shows is MasterChef. It's like X Factor for dinners. I just want to watch the early auditions, because that's when you see the nutters. Beef and ice cream. I'm not allowed to use knives normally. This rose is for you, John to Rhodes. They always say a glug of olive oil, don't they? A glug. What happened to teaspoons? A glug. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I take a swig and then spit it in the pan. Not always, sometimes I just swallow. I like watching Secret Eaters. If you haven't seen it, it goes a little like this. A woman says, I just don't understand. I shouldn't be this fat for the amount that I eat. Then they film her eating 6 big dinners in a day. Show it to her, and she goes, ah. That's it. It's brilliant. At some point, she always says, I've tried everything. Yeah, that's the problem, love. If I had a diet programme, it would be called A Big Shit and a Haircut. favourite food programme is not one you'd expect. It's the One Show, because I can't eat me tea without it. There are two types of people. People who watch the One Show and those who have a kitchen table. I've been on the One Show, and it was probably the only time when my parents have been truly proud. Because it was a show they were already watching. Mock the what? 8 out of 10 what? The Sarah Watts television programme. It's on at the perfect time so that you don't have to listen to how your partner's day was. God, what a day I've had. Shut up, I'm trying to listen to Giles Brandreth on the history of candy floss. It should be called It's This or Emmerdale. It's the only show where you can get comments on jam from Chris Akabusi and the Dalai Lama. It's like a crazy dinner party where only a couple of people know one another and have to make small talk. So, Lionel Richie, have you ever been to the Barnstable Lawnmower Museum? Having presented the show myself, it's not natural how close they expect to sit on the sofa. Before I did the show, I'd only got that close to someone if I fancied them. I was freezing to death. They told me, pretend you're on your sofa at home. I said, oh no, you don't want me to do that. Ooh, anyone feeling hungry? It must be time to see the hosts of the One Show on the big screen. Please welcome Matt Baker and Alex Jones. Hello, Alex, how are you two?
Oh, very well, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks very much for joining us on the show. Now...
No, it's lovely.
Let me ask you a question. How do you keep a straight face when people send in their rubbish pictures of stuff that they've made? Because a lot of it's properly shit, isn't it?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, what you see is the best.
And then it's amazing, isn't it? Because whatever we ask for, they come in the hundreds.
We genuinely think no one is ever going to send in a picture about X, Y, or Z. And, well, we've never, ever done a call-out where nobody sent a photo.
No, never.
Maybe that's what we should try and do.
Yeah, you should challenge them from now on. Yeah. Like a picture of a cock made out of pasta shapes.
We'd so get them.
I mean, that's just off the top of my head. I could come up with loads of these. Hold on, anyway, this doesn't feel right talking to you like this. Hold on a second.
Brilliant.
That's better. That's much better.
Do you know, seriously, though, Sarah, I know exactly how you feel because, to be honest with you, I cannot go on air without having had my evening meal.
He doesn't work without some food in him first.
Oh, that's so good to know.
Yeah.
Because I worry that you might, if you waited till after the show, you'd be bloody starving.
To be fair, there's always a half-eaten banana behind here as well because if energy levels start to drop throughout the show, we can just have a quick nibble and then put it back and then come out from the film.
Now, is the
We've
show...
also got, look, we've also got a cat with a coconut on his head.
Is that just in case energy levels are low as well?
Yeah.
You guys are such divas with your demands. Why is the show usually half an hour, but it's a full 60 minutes on a Wednesday? Is Wednesday a really heavy news day for pointless shit?
There you go, mate. Hey, listen, we'd sit down here and talk for as long as people want us to.
Yeah.
We don't really know what's going out on telly. We just sit here and chat.
So
it could come to us at any point.
Do you do an hour every night, but they just choose to cut it off the top?
Exactly.
Now, how much time did you spend perfecting your I'm really interested in what we're talking about face? Like, because I'm not very good at, like, I'll show you mine, I'll show you like this. Matt, why don't you do a link to Alex and then we'll watch Alex do her interested face. Is that all right? Let's see how that works. Okay.
Just a general.
Whatever you like.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ready? Right. With the Olympics still in our memories, we've been trying to find out the identity of Britain's oldest pole vaulter. Now, lots of you have sent in claims. Phil Tufnell grabbed his pole and went to sea.
One of the things I do love about you, Matt, is that you're really symmetrical.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
You just are. You're just really symmetrical. Like, your face is really symmetrical.
You are, and symmetrical is good because the more symmetrical, the more attractive, apparently.
Well, in that case, you're symmetrical as well, Alex.
Do your amazing fact. Alex tells me this every other day about who you're attracted to.
Oh, so you're attracted to somebody that reminds you of your mother, not if you're a girl, because then it would be your father, but if you're a boy, somebody who's similar to your mother.
We have this every other day.
Is your boyfriend similar to your father?
In personality or, like,
Personality.
sexiness?
Now I feel awkward.
Because it's a yes to both.
Good.
Who is the second worst guest you've ever had on the show?
Second worst.
Well, yeah, well, I don't think we're going to mention Bruce Willis.
I think, well... Oh, there's been so many. Alan Titchmarsh. No, we're joking. He was lovely.
Who did we have on who just got back off the plane from America?
David Cassidy.
David Cassidy. David Cassidy.
That man is not welcome here again.
He just got off a very long flight, so he was completely off his face.
Yeah, he didn't know which country, programme, day it was. I mean, he was all over the shop.
Yeah, no, it's not very nice.
But they are
to say
few
that,
and far between because most of our guests, honestly, Sarah, as you know, they are absolutely lovely. They play the game, you know, the British public love them. So we're on to a winner, really. It's just when the Americans come over. Joke. It's just one or two.
Now, Matt, is there anything that you can't conjure up enthusiasm for? Like, I bet you could make something really depressing, like the end of the world, for example, sound really cheery.
Yeah, you could.
Do you want to give it a go?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Give it a go.
So we're in the show, yeah?
Yeah,
we're doing
like
the show,
in the
is that
show,
idea?
and then you've got to drop that in. Go on, go sing it.
Okay. Yeah, well, so Alex, I mean, that was fascinating stuff there about
brilliant.
About the Pelicans. Amazing. Now we've just had some news in. The world is going to end in 3 minutes.
Oh, yes.
I wonder what it's going to be like. There you are. Well, hang on. We've got 3 minutes. We've got 3 minutes, everyone.
Yeah.
It's just going to give us enough time to show you how amazing. Look at this skill
look at
model
this.
of Didcot Town Centre made of cheese.
It's been a total joy to have you on. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Baker and Alex Jones. We all love a big, shiny Saturday night entertainment show, don't we? Strictly Come Dancing, The X Factor, Britain's Got Talent. Basically anything that involves a panel of judges telling someone they're not very good at something. Judging is what we all do on a Saturday night anyway if we go out. Look at that dress. Those jeans on those thighs. If that skirt was any shorter, you'd see wisps. These shows are about making staying in the same as going out. There's singing, there's tears, there's dancing and flirting. All you need is to get fingered in a car park and job done. Factor has now had 12 Christmas number ones and 1 Christmas number 2. I usually manage more than that before EastEnders. Talisa said that being fired from X Factor left a nasty taste in her mouth. And you can finish that one off for yourselves. Which is also what she should have said. If I was a judge on The Voice, I'd call myself Mill I Can. I love Britain's Got Talent, but Amanda Holden cries a lot, doesn't she? Does she do that thing with her hands to wave her tears back into her eyes? Crying's brilliant. Why try and stop it? Afterwards, I feel like I've achieved something. Makes you feel good tired, you know, like after sex. And if you can do both together, you feel properly rested. There's now versions of this show all around the world. Australia's Got Talent, Armenia's Got Talent, Vietnam's Got Talent, and in Saudi Arabia, men have got talent. The last 2 years have proved that the most talented people in Britain are some Hungarians and a dog. I'd like to know more about being a television judge, so please welcome from Strictly Come Dancing, Bruno Tonioli. So, Bruno, come dancing. Have you ever?
I was watching you backstage, but I could have with pleasure.
What a lovely thing to say.
Because you're so funny. You're so funny.
Do you think you are too hard sometimes?
I never had complaints about being too hard, you know.
Really?
Usually
No
they
complaints.
like it hard.
I mean, I was talking about judging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There aren't many famous Italians over here. I think there's just you, Frankie Dettori, and Mama Del Mio.
Mamma Del Mio.
And I'm pretty sure she was made in Holland. Why is that? Why aren't there more Italians here?
But no, there's Gino Di Campo,
Oh, that's
the
right.
chef.
Lovely Gino.
And that's it.
Oh, that you started with such confidence, didn't you? There's Gino.
Well, I
and
was
there's-
going Sophia Loren, but she's about 78.
She's still Italian, though.
She's still Italian, yeah.
Okay. You're in Dancing with the Stars in America. What's the difference between judging in America and judging here?
It's funny because in America, you can say funny, but you can't say pussy. In Britain, you can say pussy, but you can't say funny. You
That's
know,
the main difference, is it?
that's it.
On Strictly, the last dance should be a slowie, shouldn't it? You know, the old erection section.
The erection section, the rumba is my favorite.
Is that the erection one?
Yeah, because it's all about sex. It's basically like having sex, you know, which is
That's not
lovely.
how I do it.
That's all- So what do you do when you're having sex? You don't rub against somebody else?
Just
No?
lie there for a bit.
You're waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, and then just put me 90 down. You know what? I've always wanted to be a Saturday telly judge. I've always wanted to be one. Will you help me, Bruno?
I love to.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come with me.
Let's do it.
Do you think we're gonna find a star tonight?
Oh, yes. We're going to find the biggest, brightest, most exciting star Britain has ever seen, I'm sure.
Excellent. Right, who's next? What's your name, love? Sarah. It's been quite a journey for you, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. 2 buses, and then it was a walk.
Sarah, do you think you can win this?
I wouldn't have thought so, but you're the bloody judge. What are you going to do for us? I'm going to tell you a story. There'll be tears, but not necessarily in a good way. In your own time, pet?
Sexy geranium I've ever seen. Dreadful.
Oh, enough is enough. I'm sorry, but it's a no from us. You know nothing. I'm going to be huge. I'm going to have a #1 record of shadows. So a rabbit to you and a rabbit to you. Actually, not you. You look lovely today. Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Actually.
Thank you very much for being on the show, ladies and gentlemen, Bruno Tonioli. That's it for tonight. Unfortunately, we haven't had time to talk about those other singing shows that transform your life. If you win, you'll have no privacy. Unless you win The Voice, you'll have a fair bit of privacy then. Didn't you win The Voice? Yes. Now, do you want fries with that or not? We haven't had time to talk about This Morning. They called it that so old people would know when it's on. The one show completely confuses them. We haven't had time to talk about rugby, football or cricket. Good. Or snooker. It's extremely boring. Though it does liven up slightly when there's a gentle kiss on the pink. Good night.
Sarah Millican is back on BBC Two at Christmas. Later with Jules next, and the bill tonight includes The National, John Mayer and London Grammar. Or Nick Grimshaw's in residence on BBC Three, making mountains out of molehills in Sweat the Small Stuff.